Okay, Coach, football, of course, back in L.A. and back at StubHub Center in Carson, California. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Houston Texans and the Los Angeles Chargers. Two clubs here, each looking to rebound from a Week 1 loss as we're underway on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. First down throw for Bridgewater. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. The second down throw for Bridgewater. Flushed out right. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. He gets it to Humphries. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They go play action. Bridgewater. It's caught on the right side. Williams. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A good pick up there of 20 yards. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 36. From the gun, Bridgewater. And that's going to be incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Hunter Henry. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. On play action, it's Bridgewater. Rolling to his left. He's going to air it out deep, and this is going to be intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
They'll run it here. This is Deontay Foreman. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Hackenberg on second down. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
2nd down, Hackenberg finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. It'll be a 2-yard gain. And just like that, it's 3rd down. An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down. On play action, it's Hackenberg. He finds his target, Fuller. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you've got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he stopped immediately there. Corey Liggett makes the stop.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Off the play fake, Hackenberg. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play. Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, Hackenberg. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Joey Bosa in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to try and go deep again. And got his man complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. And give him a gain of 37. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. Fighting to stay upright inside the 10. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down. A first red zone opportunity here for the Chargers. They've got a first and goal to go at the 7. First and goal, Melvin Gordon. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. A tale of two extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again, and instead it works opposite.
Second down, Bridgewater. And he's got his man. It's Henry for a Chargers touchdown. Hunter Henry, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Chargers have taken a first quarter lead. Sturgis for the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And now running right through it. And a good return up past the 30, but was it aided by an illegal block or a hold? Let's see. So that will push him back.
And now we know why I had a little extra space to run, don't we? An illegal block in the back, that penalty will move them back.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. On the toss, here's Foreman. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
Under pressure there, and Hackenberg is sacked.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. On 3rd down, Hackenberg. Catch here, left side, Thomas. And they're able to get this one across the 35. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a first down.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag, completed it very well.
Hackenberg on 1st down. Being chased out left. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On 2nd down, here's Hackenberg. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's Texans football as we get going in quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10.
Check, Patriot!
They'll run with Foreman. take this one in for a Texans touchdown. A great play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Texans are in for 6. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. Then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. And the Chargers coming out on the field now. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Jadeveon Clowney in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. Across the formation, he's got a man. That's Allen. He's by himself, Keenan Allen. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, his second touchdown on the season. And the Chargers get the quick strike touchdown. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. There have been points on the board. We just saw back-to-back touchdown drives. I love it. I'm high-fiving our statistician, Christian McLeod, and you're angry. You're a defensive guy.
If you met one of my defensive coordinators, God rest his soul, I'm surprised he isn't in this booth right now wanting to really take you on. This is not football the way he sees it. He wants a good old-fashioned kicking game, defense, field position, and we're getting an up-and-down-the-field game here.
I'll take him. Under pressure there, and Hackenberg is sacked.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Gun!
From the gun, it's Hackenberg. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. Now Foreman. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A really good pickup of 28 yards. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
So the illegal forward pass also costs him a down, and now it's 2nd and long. From the gun, Hackenberg. And he'll be wrapped up around the waist and pushed down. Corey Legion coming up the middle, gets him there for a loss of about 9. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. To throw, Hackenberg. And just as you called it after the earlier sack, they set up the screen. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll go with Foreman. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown, you're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
2nd and goal from the 1. He's going to get it running right. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. A crucial penalty there as the hold backs him up for another 2nd and goal. To throw is Hackenberg. This will be caught at about the 5. And they're going to stop him here short of the goal line with the flag down. Well, this could set up a very interesting decision. A crucial penalty there as the hold backs him up for another 2nd and goal. Throwing, Hackenberg. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. The Texans on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here.
All right, now, look at 56.
Hackenberg. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. In for the score. And the Texans are in for 6. Gonzalez to add the PAT.
As a former defender, I would be angry as well. Could not get off the field. Well-executed offensive drive. No matter what the defense tried, they couldn't stop them.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And it's now 17-14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one taken from the 7. And a pretty slick return there as he's up just shy of the 45-yard line.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
Bridgewater now on second down. Flush to his right. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. The intended receiver that time, Adam Humphries. And it's third down.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Throwing, Bridgewater. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. There he goes left side. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. Gonzalez now to add the extra point. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This one taken from the 7. And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
Back to it after the pick 6. Bridgewater. Green with a catch left side. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. To throw, Bridgewater. Escaping the pressure right. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
Delta.
Now Gordon on first down. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Charger first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory, right at the 40. Now Bridgewater. Buying time to his left. And avoids the contact by sliding. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Delta.
So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. We'll come back to Southern California after this.
Delta.
Play action now. Bridgewater. Henry's got it out on the left side. And he'll go down at the 28. That'll be enough to keep the drive moving forward. Another first down on the pickup of 5 yards. A first down throw for Bridgewater. This is Gordon on the dump off. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd down. Back to the ground now with Gordon. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
So following the run by Gordon, here's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Bridgewater eluding the pressure right. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down. He'd had some success as a runner previously on this drive, just not as much space there that time.
Yeah, this time when he pulled it down, they were ready for him. So I think he's going to have to fling a few in order to open up that running lane again.
Delta.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front, because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try and punch it in. Gordon. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard that time. 2nd and goal.
He gets it halfway there with that run. I think you play up-tempo, get right back on the line of scrimmage, and hammer at him again.
2nd and goal from the 1. They'll try to throw here now. Bridgewater. Flushed. Now he's hit, and Bridgewater loses the football. But a Chargers player was able to fall on it, and they'll keep possession. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play, as we'll get a timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Here's Bridgewater. Flush to his right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And Sturgis able to knock it through. So there you have it. Halftime quickly over. 3rd quarter, here we go. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the 2nd half. This will be fielded at the 8. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And here comes the Texans now. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had an ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Hackenberg on 2nd down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. The Texans on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12. Out of the gun, Hackenberg. Dancing to his left. Now he's going to, and that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big gain of 38 there on 3rd down. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Detroit!
A 1st down throw for Hackenberg. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. Here's Foreman. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Hackenberg from the gun on 3rd. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
3rd down is a down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
And Gonzalez puts this one through. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here at half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. J.J. Watt in there for sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. From the gun, Bridgewater. Forced out to his left. And he slides to avoid the hit. It's a gain of 9 yards. And they're going to face a 3rd down. I thought they were going to sack him there like they did on first down. Great coverage, but he found a way to move with his legs.
Yeah, his ability to take off, not only did he get some yardage back, he got a little bit extra. Really helps him on third down, makes it manageable now.
To throw is Bridgewater. Steps away to his left. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Andre Howell. That had disaster written all over. You've got a right-handed quarterback, a rolling left, and throwing it pretty far downfield.
It's really difficult to do, to try and get your body twisted around into the proper position and get anything on the ball as you heave it downfield. And that's what it actually turns into, a heave. And that's not really a good throw, is it?
Not good, and we saw the result. Following the interception, here's Hackenberg. Being chased, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is recovered by the Chargers. So he went out of the pocket left, and then things got dicey.
And what often happens is when they get outside, they want to keep their eyes downfield in order to try and complete a pass. But when they try to make a play, they've got to get their footwork involved. And that can really mess them up as well. And in this case, nothing went right, and the ball got knocked free.
The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? First and goal. Now a handoff. This is Gordon. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 4 on the carry there at second and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back at them with the same play, the same set, and see if they can stop them.
They get it to him running left. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Third and goal for Bridgewater. Buying time to his left. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And Sturgis able to knock it through. And this is back down to a 7-point game. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. And now out comes Houston. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Hackenberg looks to throw it. And that'll be incomplete. Jeff Swain, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up third down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means he'll need to come up with something here on third down. Hackenberg now. Hard throw, incomplete.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on third down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Here's Jackson. A great return there, bobbing and weaving his way for 31 yards. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Chargers getting set to go. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, Bridgewater again. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Henry. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A good pickup there of 20 yards. This quarterback now 10 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10. They go play action. Bridgewater sliding out of the pocket. It's caught on the right side. Williams. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. He got 29 yards that time. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And that is on the back of the end zone. A 2nd down throw for Bridgewater. Dancing to his left. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. The Chargers on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. And again, it's Bridgewater. This will be caught at about the 6. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job here of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. The back onto the field. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of 1st downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 1st downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory. Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. So I remember playing in these spots, and my coaches always say, don't be afraid to try and create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure.
They run again with Foreman. Give him 2 on that run, and they're still left looking at a 3rd and about 9 to go.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the 3rd quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the 2nd half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
Hey, a simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence not worry about the one play that didn't allow him to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down. Bridgewater now on second down. And caught right side, Green. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
This quarterback now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Play fake. Bridgewater out to his left. Now he'll let it go deep down the left sideline. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Bridgewater going underneath for Gordon. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Bridgewater on 1st down. Forced out to his left. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
Not only did we just see back-to-back nice gains, but we're also seeing the confidence rise, not just for the guy who caught it, but the guy throwing it as well.
And these back-to-back catches here out of the backfield, that can set something up downfield in a later sequence, right?
A lot of the time, it starts to draw the defense closer to the line of scrimmage. So to your point, show this swing pass, show this check down. Maybe later on you heave one deep when you catch him close to the spot.
To throw, Bridgewater steps away to his left. That's going to be caught. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Melvin Gordon, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And now a critical extra point attempt here. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again, the 25, 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, Hackenberg again. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's third down now. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's 4th down. The Texans send the punter out. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. With it is Jackson. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Now he's going to let it. It's caught inside the 25. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. And that one results in 35 yards. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
They go play action here on 1st down. Being chased out left. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. This is Gordon on the dump off. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 4 yards on the pickup, and all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. On 3rd down, Bridgewater. Buying time to his left. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. So here now, big spot for the kicker. It's Caleb Sturgis. This to break our 4th quarter tie. And Sturgis able to knock it through. And with that, they will move out in front by 3. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And now out comes Houston. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
1st down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Hackenberg. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. the gun, Hackenberg.
Like they're drawing him up in the dirt.
And able to put. On second down, here's Hackenberg. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. He'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll be third down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? Here's a 1st and 10 now after they successfully drew him off sides. A carry for Foreman. Open space inside the 10. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Texans have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one taken from the 7. Able to slither by. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Here comes the Chargers offense now back out onto the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I'm trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown, and frankly, that should have been another pick right there. Throwing again, Bridgewater on 2nd and 10. Henry's got it out on the left side. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Following the penalty, here's Gordon. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
A 2nd down throw for Bridgewater. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Second down, Bridgewater. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Jadeveon Clowney getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Third and long now after the sack, and we'll see if Bridgewater has a response. From the gun, Bridgewater. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a fourth pick of the game. And now fourth down. And now before they run this fourth down play, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 18. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line. Matthews, the intended target.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And now the Chargers are going to signal for another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. And they'll go on the ground. Shrugs him off. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. The Texans on 3rd down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This will be 3rd and 5. Again, it's Foreman. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
So, Brandon, when this offense gathers together to watch tape for this game, they're going to be feeling pretty good about themselves until the coaches get upset about the play we just saw. But you know their defense is going to be. But we put up big points all game long. The defense is going to win one every now and then.
And with the play clock running low, Bill O'Brien's going to signal for a timeout as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. The Texans send the punter out. He's been terrific so far. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. This is taken at about the 14. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he's going to take it all the way into the end zone. What a return, and they've taken the lead.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but not. You got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as he'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
He'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's second and 21.
Lucky 56.
Back to throw. Coleman has it here right side. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards. And there's the spike. It stops the clock at 22 seconds remaining. Back to throw. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. DeAnthony Thomas, the intended receiver, and it's third down. He's back to throw. Forced out to his left. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And his kick is good. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds, and now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period. Well, that return gives them a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. Bridgewater to throw. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. Jordan Matthews, the one he was looking for. And now it's 2nd down.
Incomplete pass there is probably the best scenario going, because if he catches the football, clock's probably going to run out in that situation.
On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
And that'll carry over the back line. Out of the end zone for a touchback. A first down throw for Bridgewater. Escaping the pressure right. Caught left side, Williams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. That one good for 13 and a Charger first. They go with the ground game, pick up the first, now in plus territory.
And that changes the whole mentality of a play caller, doesn't it? Once they cross the 50, they feel like they're in the strike zone. All right, you don't have to be in the red zone to take those big shots downfield or go after the end zone. Right now, that might be available to him.
And now this first drive in OT continues. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Jadeveon Clowney. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Here's Bridgewater. And Green with a catch left side. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down. I don't want to overhype it, but this is a big early season game, especially an overtime win. That could give you a big boost going forward in the season.
It certainly can, and I don't think you're overhyping it because cliches go out the window when you start to play overtime. And you're right, the winner of this game now, that's an extra boost moving forward. And it actually is an extra hurt for the team that loses because normally you shake it off. But in this situation, it lingers a little bit longer.
Bridgewater from the gun on 3rd down. He sets to fire deep. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Andre Howe. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A costly mistake here in OT.
And you know what they say, when you throw an interception like that in overtime, you don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about it. You throw one, you likely cost yourself the game.
And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. Denzel Perryman there to bring him down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Now a handoff looking right. Powers through and out of bounds across the 15-yard line. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
They'll try and sneak it here. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. It's Jaleel Adai who brings him down.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground.
Here we go now. Green.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Now a toss play. This is Foreman. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a fourth down now. Charles, any chance they go for it here?
I think that there's a chance. They have to consider it because of the way they played offense in this game. I mean, look at the scoreboard. Look at the points that they put up. They feel confident that they can keep it going. But the risk is, and the downside is, you don't get it here, you've set up your opponent in really good field position.
2 minutes to go here in overtime. We'll be back after this. And now before they run this play on 4th and 1, we're going to get a break and a timeout. They'll be left with just one remaining here at OT. A big call here in overtime. They're going for it on 4th down. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped. But I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
A lack of discipline defensively on 4th down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches. And they'll run it here. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. And now the Chargers are going to signal for another timeout. They'll be down to just one remaining as we step aside here in overtime. The Texans send the punter out. On for a very important punt here in overtime. And before this 4th and 3 play, we're going to get whistles and a timeout. It'll be their 2nd and final timeout, remember, here in overtime. We'll be back. The Texans send the punter out as he's on for the 5th time here today. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. The Chargers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and of course they'd like to forget the ending, the interception, but they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23. Now the Chargers hustling, trying to get up and get set. This being their second opportunity in overtime, third overall drive, see if they can settle into a rhythm.
And that's what you're looking for. Get a few first downs, move the ball downfield, have some confidence, get yourself in a spot where you can at least kick a field goal to win it. But I tell you this, if I'm the play caller, I'm looking at that part of my sheet that says playmakers. Get the ball in their hands, critical situation, now's their time.
The Chargers on third down. It has been a disaster. 0 for 8 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Throwing Rivers. Going deep here for Allen. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off here by Aaron Colvin. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. So we will see yet another drive in this overtime.
For whatever reason, neither team able to finish this game off. I know that the first thought is, does anyone really want to win it? But I think that they both desperately want to win it, and sometimes you force things, and that leads to errors.
Well, it's out there for the taking. We'll see who can do it. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. And now they come up and spike it to stop the clock. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. The Texans send the punter out. On, we think, to punt, though he's faked it earlier, but he was unsuccessful. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Now the Chargers offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is make sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
I'd say it's pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, let's see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going. And also, you motivate your offensive line. I think they're in the mood to fire out and hit someone.
I thought the defense, though, might be a little more prepared for that run. Pretty good gain on the ground. Now, a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. The Chargers on 3rd down. Can you believe it? 0 for 9 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Well, we had 2 ties last season in 2016, and now we've got another here.
They're part of the game, but I can sound philosophical here and say, well, what can you do? But neither team happy, right? No one wants to walk away from here with a tie. But I guess It's better than walking away with a loss, right?
Yeah, I guess that's the bright side for both teams, but nobody walking away a victor. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Southern California.
you.